What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to a couple of subscribers for showing love to the channel. Alright, much respect to the man, the myth, the legend, Robert Mason, coming through with the $5 donation via the PayPal. And I saw your message, and I'm gonna hit you up behind the scenes about what you were and I were talking about. And I want to say this before I go further. Al Attles is one of the most underrated NBA players, as well as one of the most underrated head coaches the NBA has ever had. As a matter of fact, Al Attles made history along with Casey Jones back in 1975 when they became the first two black head coaches to represent both conferences in the NBA Finals. Al Attles was the head coach of the Golden State Warriors, and Casey Jones was the head coach of the then Washington Bullets. The Bullets were favored to win that series. They won 60 games that year, which is still the franchise record. But ultimately, the 48-34 Golden State Warriors swept the Bullets. And in that series, I think Rick Barry averaged about 30 points a game and won Finals MVP. So much respect to you for showing love to the channel. Also want to give a shout out to the brother Aram, who's come through with the $12 donation via the PayPal. And I truly appreciate Aram, one of the NBA historians as well. Love the golden age of NBA. So much respect to him. All right, so Isiah Thomas and Karl Malone. When you say those two names, it's funny. You don't think of, say, hey, those are two great NBA legends. Yeah, that might pop in your mind. But there's an unfortunate incident that pops into people's minds if you're older. And that was a game back in 1991 when Karl Malone elbowed Isiah Thomas. As we all know, Karl Malone is one of the strongest players in the history of the game. In his prime, I believe the mailman was bench pressing well over 400 pounds, strong as an ox. And, he had some fierce, sharp, pointy elbows. And when he elbowed Isiah Thomas, it was, if I remember correctly, it was retribution for Isiah Thomas cooking John Stockton earlier that year, if I remember correctly. But anyway, the gash was so bad that Isiah had to have 40 stitches. That's him in his picture after running into that elbow. Now, since then, they really didn't have much of a relationship. As a matter of fact, I believe Karl Malone played a factor into Isiah Thomas not being on that 92 Dream Team. Isiah was not a very popular player by 1991 into 1992. For various reasons I'm not going to get into in this video. But Isiah Thomas revealed something recently. And I'll put a link to this article in the pinned comment in the comment section below. So Isiah Thomas was on this platform, I guess, with Peter Vesey. And he revealed that recently Karl Malone apologized for elbowing him. Meaning that he didn't apologize for elbowing him, but he apologized for what transpired. He didn't mean to hurt him in that manner. He said, as far as with Isiah Thomas and Karl Malone, we are good now. And this is what Karl Malone said to me after the Last Dance stuff. He called me up and said, I am a man, and I never had anything against you, Isiah. I wanted to say this to you for so long. He goes, I apologize. And I said to Karl, I accept your apology. He almost started crying on the phone. He goes, I meant to hit you, but I didn't mean to do that because that is how we played. And I guess he's trying to say, he wasn't a dirty player. Well, I don't know. Some people might disagree with that. He wasn't dirty, but he was physical. Now, Stockton, on the other hand, could be dirty, all right? But, at the end of the day, I'm glad that these two guys made amends. Now, at the end, I didn't even see this because I didn't read this last paragraph. It says, it's good to see that at least these two had the chance to fix their relationship and now are on good terms. Isiah allegedly tried to do the same with Scottie Pippen, but the Chicago Bulls legend refused to accept Thomas's apologies. The beef with the Bulls was going for a long time, as Zeke said that if Michael Jordan doesn't publicly apologize to him, he'll continue to take shots at his airness. This is a crazy situation, but it shows how passionate and petty NBA legends are. Fortunately, Thomas and Malone fixed their relationship, but we can't say the same about the other feuds. Well, I mean, everybody ain't seeking forgiveness. It ain't like Michael Jordan did something to the Pistons. They were the ones giving him the elbows. They're the ones knocking his ass, out of the air and potentially crippling him, and ending his career or ending his season at the very least. So, yeah. Why should he fucking apologize? What is Michael Jordan apologizing for? Y'all the ones that implement the Jordan rules. Well, you supposed to apologize for dropping 61 and 59 and 47 and all these big games on y'all. And even after all of this shit that they did to the Bulls still shook their damn hands. So even when people try to say, oh, well, Boston didn't shake Detroit hands, well, the Bulls shook their fucking hands. Even after those beatdowns. So, it's just a situation where, in my opinion, it's a situation where they just couldn't accept that, the Bulls were better than them. But that's just my opinion. Tell me what you guys think.